Alright, real quick, can anybody out there tell me what the name of this character is um, from Ripperverse? I thought it was Zephyr, and now I'm seeing Blue Shift. I don't know if that's a title or if that's the character's name. It's really interesting when you get a new character coming out from Ripperverse. It's a lot of illustrations, but it's hard to narrow down exactly like the whole outfit. So I'm not sure how to work that out, but I'm gonna try to work that out today. Actually, I put a little work in a couple quick scribbles here for the character. I like this one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and work this one out. If you guys are interested, hope you're having a great Sunday afternoon, evening, what have you. I'm gonna work on this Ripperverse character. I'm not sure if the name is Zephyr or Blue Shift. I was just Googling and trying to see, I don't know, just getting inspired by some kind of character. Yes, it's fan art. I'm a fan. So, yell at me in the comments if you think I'm wasting my time. It's not a lot of time. Maybe a half hour. So what I'm gonna do is, rather than trace with my light table, I'm gonna trace by eye. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to scale them up a little bit. And get his head working real low here. Plus we want to make him a skinny kid too. So I don't want to make him too beefy. Alright. So let's narrow him down a little bit here. Just, hey, what's up, Guillermo? What's up, bro? Hola, mi amigo, ¿qué tal? Órale, güey. What's happening, man? So I'm over here trying to rip a character study off of a new Ripperverse character called, I'm not sure if his name is Blue Shift or Zephyr. I think it's Zephyr sounds more appropriate, but hey, let me know. Comment down below. Just gonna do a quick blue outline real quick so I can get in there. Like I said, I want to keep them thin. This is what I got so far here. But it's really hard to figure out the way his costume looks from the... Hey, thanks, man. It's hard to figure out the way his costume looks from the reference. Very minimal reference. This is how Ripperverse works. They create a new character and they kind of keep him really quiet until they publish the book, which I think is a good thing. But for someone like me who's trying to draw these characters, I don't have much reference, so... You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Let's go for it. See what we got here. I'm using Pentel medium brush here. If you're interested in knowing that. actually hard to figure out what is going on with the costume because the reference I look up, and I know the concept designer is really good at what he does, but I'm getting different iterations of the costume. So I'm just gonna settle on one iteration, and whatever I can't necessarily make out from that, I'm just gonna make up myself. So sometimes that's what an illustrator's got to do. He's got to fill in blanks and improvise. And like I always say, improvisation is truth. Especially without reference. What's up, hey? What's happening, man? Let's get all the way out to the forearm here. Alright, and then, yeah, it's really difficult to tell what's going on with this costume, to be honest with you. So I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. It's a Rip Reverse character, new character. They're rocking right now. So let's dig in. I'm using number 5 here. See, I'm not even sure if he's got like ear guards or if his ears are exposed or what. So I'm just winging it right now based on the reference I see. If you Google Rip Reverse Zephyr, that's who I'm drawing right now. And you'll be able to see there's not much reference to get a solid idea of what his suit is doing. So I'm kind of just improvising here from what I see. If anybody out there has an idea, you know, something that they think would be slick for me to draw, go ahead, post it up. We'll see what I can do. Put me to the test, right? This is what I love to do. So it's not like it's gonna be a big deal for me to. So I enjoy doing this, so. Like, oh, look at that blocky hand. Yes, look at that blocky hand. All right, see how quickly I do this. Those are shortcuts, or what should I call? Not shortcuts, shorthand. And you see it come together once I get it in there. I always got to remember to slow down a little bit. I'm just going to make his ears exposed. Yeah, that kind of looks... And he also has like these interesting, like, they look kind of like lightning bolts, but I'm not positive if they're effect or if they're part of the costume. right? So this guy's a ginger. He got red hair. Reminds me of Wally West. He's definitely a speedster. And he has some kind of logo on his chest. I'm actually not sure what that looks like from the reference I have. I'm just gonna do what I can to make it out. All right. So what's everybody out there doing tonight? What's up, Jordan? Mr. Family, what's happening, bro? Hope you're having a lovely Sunday afternoon. Just doing some quick drawings, comic book stuff. But yeah, if you want, go ahead and subscribe, man. Or not. You can actually, if you want, go ahead and fill my videos with dislikes. I really don't care. I'm just doing this because I feel like it. Not monetized. You might say, "Whoa, dude, what are you doing? You should monetize your stuff and have ads, man." Come on, bro. It's not why I'm here. It should be why I'm here, but it's not why I'm here. Otherwise, I would monetize it. Actually, I am here to build an audience because I have some stuff that I want to publish, and I would like people to buy it. So I need people to know who I am. And I'm legit. And yeah, shit like that. Excuse my language. For any youngsters out there, I do not mean any disrespect. Tell your moms I said I'm sorry. I'll tell them myself, "Hey, moms, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use bad language in front of the impressionables." Yeah, don't use curse words. It's just makes me look stupid. Makes everybody look kind of dumb. Alright, so let's get into his face. Let's zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in? How do I zoom in? Can I zoom? Yes, I can. Nice. Let's zoom in a little bit, right? So now you can see all the flaws, the pencil jet, the smears, and all that stuff in there. See? This illustration is not that big. I don't know. You guys know what this is? Alright, so you can see that's about how big it is. So it's 8.5 by 11, so it's kind of small. Usually draw a little larger than this, but this isn't a bad thing to practice, is drawing small. And this isn't even as small as like this right here would probably be like an 11 by 17 page, probably a quarter panel right here. So that's not a bad It's not very small, but it's not very big either, so it's a good size. And if you're into drawing comic books, you might want to consider that. I'm not the best inker, but I'm not that bad at it either, so I don't know. You be the judge. You can tell me. If seriously, if you think I have no problem with critiques. If you think I could have done something better, different, go ahead and post it in the comments, man. I'd love to hear feedback, especially constructive criticism, something that will make me, improve in my craft, which is drawing comic books. And if you have a like understanding of manga, go ahead and hit me to that, because I think I can hang with that too. Unless I can't, then you tell me, nah, you can't hang with no manga, bro. You gotta be dedicated. You gotta be able to draw 50 pages a week on some manga, right? You gotta draw at least a page a day. Okay. We'll zoom out. Alright. And that's cool, yeah. That's what I'm about. A page a day. At least a page a day. Do I do it all the time? No. But it's not a bad thing to be able to do. Matter of fact, it gets your project done a lot quicker if you can do a page a day. So there's a thing I strive to do. But see, the problem with that is if you don't do a page a day every day, right, it takes a little more time. You do a page a day every other day, you got other stuff to do, then prolongs the production. But put my eraser. Where's my eraser? Let's find the eraser. Here's, nope, that's not the eraser. Here we go. So yeah, this is the best I can do with this character, Zephyr, from the bit of reference I can find on the Google. And he's a slick-looking character, so don't get me wrong, man. This guy, just because I can't find good reference because he hasn't came out yet as a published issue, doesn't mean I don't think he's a slick-looking character, man. He's a speedster. Every comic book universe has to have a speedster. It's just put it this way: if you don't have a speedster in your little universe, you haven't thought it out well enough. All right, so real quick, that's your boy. 20 minutes. Well, actually, I started that earlier, so I was on top of the illustration I did before. Let's do another one. One of these here, maybe. Same guy, just a different approach. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one because he's less done. If I can find a better eraser here. Gonna hang out for about, I don't know, maybe another 20 minutes. So let's see if we can get this in here. Oh no! See, that's what happens when your eraser gets greasy because you like to eat, chuletas and carne asada and shit. You get greasy fingers, so let's find a better eraser. Or just, you know what? Let's not erase. Let's lightly erase because just lightly. Now, if we can remember, based on, what is it? I got a bunch of stuff I'm working on at the same time, so here we go. This guy. See if we can get that same costume working here. It's always good to draw your characters in different poses or different angles, so that way you can get a gist of what he looks like in different angles, right? Or she looks like, right? It helps you stay on model, just to make sure you can stay on model. Which is, if you draw them in different positions and they look like the same guy, you're doing a good job. Alright. Zoom in. Alright, let's get that face. Young kid, right? So you gotta keep him looking like a young kid. Teenager, I'm thinking somewhere between 15, 17 maybe. And that mask. Ear. We decided to leave his ear, uncovered. So he's got this interesting looking, I don't know, they kind of look like lightning bolts, but I'm not positive about that. Almost like wings too, lightning bolt wings. And his hair. Kind of drifts off like this. Okay. Right. And then he has also chin guard right here. Because, like guys who are fast, they need a lot of protection in their suit. Because it's like I drew a version of ISOM when I first drew ISOM. This is Ripperverse stuff. I drew him with noticeable shoulder, elbow, knee pads because the guy takes a beating. The dude, ISOM's like Jackie Chan, right? He's the guy he takes a beat down, right? And there's something to root for. This guy, he's trying to do good by his fam, and he's got powers, man. And luckily, he can take a beating. I think that's one of his powers, is being able to take a hard beat down. And that's, a lot of characters can do that, but in, I don't say it in particular. I think ISOM is, kind of reminds me of Sebastian Shaw a little bit from the Hellfire Club. He could take a beating too, but he kind of absorbs that beating and turns it at you. I'm not sure if ISOM works the same way really, but I think it's kind of similar. fingers right. Just an impression. You don't want to get all seriously realistic about that. You can work on that later. Right? I'm not sure what that logo is on his chest either. Butt should come like that a little bit more. Alright, see what I'm saying? I'm gonna give up a secret right here as far as when you're drawing like a speedster or somebody who runs. Don't look at runners. I mean, yeah, go ahead, look at runners, but for reference, what you really want to look at is like speed ice skaters, like racing. Like this is, right? He looks more like he's running. So yeah, that's a secret. He just looks more, you know. Same thing with this guy. This is ice skating. And you got this off of ice skating reference. Not ice skating like, the fucking dancers and stuff. I'm talking speeding, like racing. Because those guys, man, they cut it up. And if you're drawing like, I don't know, a lot of superheroes, look at a lot of parkour. Right? You can get a lot of nice reference looking at particular things. Okay, so his arm. It's interesting. Yeah, check out concept designer from Rip Reverse, man. Dude is really slick. I like his, something like a lot of his concept designs remind me of Kirby. There's something about like these, just like these ornamental designs that he puts on his characters. That reminds me of Kirby, which is a wonderful thing. You know what Kirby is. Sometimes I get confused because, like I said, when I look at the reference for this guy, there's like maybe 5 or 6 different iterations, and they all look similar, but when you look at them close, they all look different. So I'm trying to figure out which one is the real Slim Shady. So let's get him pow. And he's running real fast. Bing, bing. Got that lightning effect here. His hand coming out here like this. Right here, I'm just making this up right here. Which if you've drawn hands a million times, then you can afford to do that. Make it up. That's what a hand will look like if it's there anyway, so go ahead and do that. If you can. If you can't, then learn how. Because it's not difficult to learn how to do that. I guarantee it. I learned how to do it, and I'm an idiot. And Levy's black. This part of his suit is black. And so is this part right here. Right. I And I do not know what the back of his uniform looks like, so we are all assed out on that, because I haven't seen a reference for it. I can make something up, but let's not do that. Let's just finish this up real quick. Right? So yeah, right there. Boom, boom, boom. What do we got here? How many minutes? 31? We're at 30 minutes. Two slick little illustrations. I encourage you guys to go check out Riververse. Buy their stuff. Alright, I encourage you guys to look at any indie comic creators. Go buy their stuff. If I could, I would. I would everything, but I can't, so I just, this is how I express my fandom. Alright? Yeah, go ahead and subscribe. And like or dislike. And I'll probably be back later. I'm not sure. I just wanted to put something out real quick. And yeah, man, hope you guys have a great rest of the evening. Oh, 6 o'clock. All right, peace.